What do you call yourself? ¿Cómo se llama?
Antonio Montana. And you? What you call yourself?
To me, it's all about the ambience. You need to have the right ambience in a film. This is what your audience is chasing for. I was raised with the classics, Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn, and you know, that style of film we've really moved away from that. You know, something that was set more as an atmosphere that you could watch over and over and over. You know, cinema was something that had layers to it, and ambiguity within a message, right? And to me, that's really what cinema is all about.
Cinema, to me, I think ultimately it's something that for some reason stays with you, so that a few years later you could watch it again, or 10 years later you watch it again and it's different.
It's all about creating a string of emotions that people can relate to and experience with, bond with, something that cinema is about sharing each other's emotions and learning how to relate with each other's experiences. We are stepping into an era where there are tons of new forms of capturing visuals, whether it's digitally or practically with a camera, GoPros. They're getting smaller, more advanced, right? But in terms of the old cinema, the classic Alfred Hitchcock or Billy Wilder, this is something that a style, an atmosphere we are stepping away from. That doesn't mean new things are going to emerge. However, that will remain nostalgia, rightly so. You know, I don't like a massive set involved. Sometimes it is necessary to have a big group of people working on a specific task. However, when it comes to and it roots down to cinema, something cinematic, it requires a lot of space to breathe for the artists involved to keep moving with the motion. And when you just have a lot of people, that motion is hard to translate. So the fewer people, the better it is to communicate. I'm not really bothered at all when it comes to the creation of my own films, what anyone really thinks. At the end of the day, I know it's made to fit only a criteria of people, and that's what its purpose is for. I don't really believe in a film that didn't serve a purpose. They all had a targeted audience that were intrigued by its nature. At the end, it's all what the people want. We need to listen to what our audience is telling us. You know, the people are where the magic is at. That's where the captivating is. The reaction, the real-time reaction. It's really real there. So that's where the focus should be. Film needs to be a realistic structure. It needs to show some form of realistic language that is translated through, illustrated from reality, of course, which is all the camera is at the end of the day. This is what a good film needs to be. Something that can fully immerse your audience into an entertaining show. Practically, this is what we're trying to get across. We're trying to create something convincing enough for your audience. There's so many things that goes into creating reality. It consists a lot about wisdom and knowledge, emotions. People need to understand that films play with your emotions. They're using your emotions as an advantage to guide you in a specific direction of thinking. And a film will do crazy things to try and get your attention, right? This is the whole point of the game. It's to really pull some solid conscious material out of you into this bond with what you're looking at, right? This is a reality because people want to chase something that they don't have, a completely new world. They want desire. They're chasing desire, okay? And it can get ugly. You need your protagonist to go through a whole shift in its equilibrium, right? It needs to show all the angles of life and how it bounces back, how your protagonist is interacting with its laws of reality. You know, if your protagonist is playing with fire, you need to show the consequences of what playing with fire looks like. It's then left to the audience to judge at the end of the day what they've watched. It's vital that they come up with their own analysis and evaluation, conclusion of the subject or context, and what makes a good film is not down to the director or the cast or the crew. It comes down to the audience. It comes down to you. It all comes down to the punchline. What is the punchline? You know, a story needs a great ass fucking punchline. Because if not, you have no substance. You have no realism there. And when we look at how to tell a story, obviously we need to look at reality, because that's what we're illustrating our stories from, our realities. And we just need to look at the punchline of reality, look it right in the face and say, you know, it's what is the punchline of being alive? That's the question. That's the question. And the answer is death, I think, in my opinion. That's how we build our stories. We build them around this world of time and space. It all has a beginning and end, right? That's how stories are built. The punchline is very important. Death, yeah. We all die eventually. So I'm gonna give you guys some good piece of content for this. Yeah.